Hello and welcome to Wheels and Deals. Well, you leave all your whale games here, and you get to live. Anyway, so in the second episode of this, I wanted to continue a little bit on the Redbox thing, but this is mainly about GameStop. So, as you can see here, I got lots of Redbox cases, because I've been hoarding the living crap out of this. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can basically not give any actual cash to GameStop while profiting and saving money. Now, first thing, this system, you benefit more being a Pro member. If you have points to become a Pro member, you can basically also use this system to keep being a Pro member. If you're unaware, you can become a Pro member with your points. You don't actually have to buy, or if you feel like you'll be able to make this work out over time, you could beneficially buy it the first year and then haul off this for the rest. So the concept is simple. You get points when you trade in, so everything you're making a profit off of through Redbox, you're going to make points. Those points can be used for both continuing your Pro membership so you can keep maximizing your profit through this, and if you have plenty of extra points on top of that, you can use them for coupons or free goodies from their site there when you turn them in. That part's up to you though. I mainly use my points to just keep my Pro membership stocked up. Now, I used to pre-order anything I would pre-order, which is usually just Japanese games. I don't ever pre-order Western games for probably obvious reasons. But I used to have to do my pre-orders through GameStop because my local store that I used to do to support them basically kind of closed shop and merged into a pawn shop and only deals with used now. So they kind of still exist, but they don't deal with new stuff anymore unless it comes to them new. So, GameStop became my only option after that point, which is a sad shame. This year, though, if you're a long-time viewer, you know I've been with Amazon Prime, and I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it. But we're not talking about Amazon Prime here. At the end of the year, we will be doing a video on my full opinion on that. But, so that's how you can keep getting points. Now, the type of profit's going to vary a lot. When I first started doing this, and I got this during the Walmart discount clearance of like 75 off all the school supplies, so I just grabbed the cheapest one. That I've been cataloging all the games and prices and changes and that, so I can reference it. Now, you can look up the price for Pro and non-Pro, Pro and non-Pro, and cash and credit. To benefit the most out of the system, you're going to do credit, so the money will be stuck in GameStop limbo. But as long as you take advantage of stuff like buy two get one free, or the different oddities of deals they have once in a while, because I mean, GameStop is a game store. There surely must be a deal here and there occasionally. So depending on the stuff that interests and you take advantage of is how much money you want to put in there. I've been sticking around 30. I'm going a little over for Black Friday because there's a buy two get one free sale going to be coming up soon here, which I'm going to take great advantage of. So when I first started, Deadpool was a great deal. Anywhere between $5-6 profit if you did credit and you was a Pro member, because remember, you get extra as a Pro member. So you get more on top of that, and of course credit, you get more. And what was even greater for me at the time was that they were doing matching cash. So at the time I was actually able to walk out with that as cash, as the same as credit, but that's only a temporary promotion. But keep that in mind, if they do that promotion, there's a game that's worth some bucks. Now, on average, most are usually $1 or $2 extra. Not a big thing, but I'm going to show you how to save a little extra on top of making that small profit. So, let's say what I've been doing recently is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm making currently about $2 about a copy, depending on your taxes, because when you get something from the Redbox machine, it does tax you, and it does count on your city taxes and all that garbage. And since I go to two different locations, my taxes are lower in my local area and they're a little higher in my parents' area because they live near a military base. Of course, you got to tax them, right? But so I gotta keep the taxes in mind, but depending on the taxes, you may get about $2 profit averagely, but sometimes you get lucky and you'll get some like Deadpool. Or there was also a case scenario with, what was it? I can't remember what it was. There was something that was on sale when I started that people were actually making about 15 bucks off. And they like all virtually vanished from Redbox like boom. So keep an eye out if you're going to try this. You can find some really nice ones, but you'll have to see what's worth it. But since I usually buy a lot of DS games from GameStop, sometimes I'll see some stuff. So I've been trying to do around $30 there. Like I said, but depending on what you do, what buy, what specials, what interests you, you'll have to kind of adjust what kind of credit level you want. Or you could just do it for cash, but that's a little tougher since cash is lower and it makes it a lot harder to get more profit. But occasionally, like with the Deadpool, like I said, with cash, that was 10, 5, 6 extra dollars. So it depends, but the little extra savings you're going to get is with taxes. So if you don't know, when you pay fully in GameStop credit and you don't use any cash, so let's say I have $10 in credit and I buy something that's $5, you don't get taxed. You get no taxes. So if you actually keep your credit to a certain level to make sure you never run out, because if you pay in any cash, you will get taxed. Now, I do not know if you get taxed on the remaining money that you haven't paid, or whether it's based on the original price. I don't know the answer to that, sadly. But you will not get taxed if you pay in credit. So, on top of the few dollars you may get from turning in something, you're also saving on taxes while getting double points. Because you'll gain points for the trade-in, and you'll gain points for anything you purchase while saving the tax money and the profit you get from the game. So it's a pretty nice little system. I haven't spent any money at GameStop for, when did I start this? 3 months ago? Yeah, about around that time, and it's been pretty good. There's been a few weekends where there hasn't been something, and these are not all the GameStop cases. The one in my local parents area doesn't give the case back to me. I could probably ask for it, but I tried not to make it sound weird. My local one always knows what I'm doing. They don't really care. And while on that note, this is probably still a problem because I have been told this. Some GameStops sometimes will refuse because it's a Redbox game. Because there are incidents where people steal games from Redbox. When you rent a game, it's $3. Now, when you buy a game, it, of course, depends. The game isn't always on sale. Certain kiosks only sell them, which are usually ones that like Come and Go's, Walgreens are ones that I usually see that sell them. I've never seen a McDonald's one or Walmart one sell out of their kiosk machines. However, I believe Dan has said that he has seen McDonald's ones, so it might be a, just say, depends on the location. But you have to find kiosks that sell them. The thing is, with stealing them, there were people who steal them because the thing around the wing is what the machine uses to identify it. So some people just copy that and put a piece of paper in and return that and went away with the game for $3. Obviously, I don't recommend doing that because that's why it asks for your credit card, not cash. So if you do that, oh, well, I guess we're going to charge the rest of the, you know, the 50-something dollars, whatever. I heard they will charge you the full price. I'm not sure if that's counting the $3 you put in or taking that out or depending on the price or value. I don't know. I've heard they just jack you the $60 is what I've personally heard, but obviously I don't recommend stealing from them at all. I would buy them, of course, but that's your own. That's your own business, and I'm not bothering your business then. But because of people like that, some GameStops don't accept Redbox games very freely. From what I see, these seem to be more local in cities, big cities where, you know, you have more crime and such. I haven't ran into one of these incidents, because obviously when somebody does that and somebody wins that, somebody's going to get that piece of paper and that thing. And if you run into that, this happens a lot. Don't freak out if it happens to you. You can call the Redbox helpline and get situated. As far as I've seen, it's not very problematic or anything at all. It's very simple from what I've seen, but I haven't experienced it, so I can't speak of it. But if I keep doing this, I'm sure one day it'll happen to me. I'm sure there's some jackass out there that does it. I'm sure there's someone out there that does it. But whether you're going to be honest to your GameStop about what you're doing, because you're not doing anything illegal as long as you're not stealing it from the Redbox, you're buying them. But depending on your GameStop, they may not give a shit, or they may have an issue. My recommendation, if they're giving an issue, is first peacefully talk about, say, I bought it from a kiosk that was selling it. If you have an email, you can get receipts from Redbox showing proof of purchase, and you can show that, because I've heard a few in New York will ask to see a receipt to prove that you bought it. You can also do that. If you have a smartphone, you can get your emails real easy, or take a picture of one at home and show it as a photo, whatever works for you. If it continues to be a problem, my additional recommendation would be try to get with your store manager and complain about it. I'm a legitimate customer. I've been purchasing here for a long time, blah, blah, blah. Continues to be a problem? Put in the reviews. I've talked about in a video, if you want to correct your GameStop of bad habits, fill out the reviews and tell them everything you hate, and do it constantly. Because if they want their job, they'll actually do it. Because the district managers will fire employees with bad reviews, and they don't want those bad reviews. They want good reviews. So give them good reviews when they reward what you want done, and give them bad reviews when they're fucking up things you don't want done, like they're throwing all the DS cases away and stuff. You can help kind of give them new habits that way. You can use that system to try and get them to somehow do some with you with Redbox. My local GameStop, and I know this personally because I talked to them about why doing this a little after the Deadpools were starting to run dry a little bit. They got an email at my local GameStop. He said that the emails are usually district-based, so everyone in my state GameStop should have got said email, but not necessarily everyone in the entire United States. So that may vary, but they did get an email that said that they cannot refuse Redbox stuff. If it's, all the normal checks, it looks good, clean, and all that to their standards, whatever those standards are, because I don't fucking know what those standards are, but they can do the trading that, so that may vary on district that, but overall, you can, with this method, you'll get points for the trade-in, points when you buy something with your credit, you don't get taxes as long as you don't go over whatever your credit is, and you make a few dollars at a minimum, and may luckily get something to get a little extra money. And then you gotta keep in mind, like for Pro Day, which happened on the 12th, where you get promotions where you get extra credit on top. My experience using the trade-in website for GameStop to check prices, it does not, at this current time, reflect the bonus percentage on the website. So you either have to manually do that or kind of figure it out, whatever that. That's what I had to do for Pro Day to see what the percentages were. And there were a few, if it was just a little bit more, would have gotten maybe $1 out, but because of taxes, it took earnings out and was just barely a little under breaking even. I mean, even if you broke even, you're still getting points. So it depends on how you want to take advantage of this. There are different ways to take advantage. Coupons, getting free stuff with the points you get, keep your Pro membership going. It depends on what you buy in that. So you'll have to kind of customize what your idea of how much money you want to invest, because basically that's what you're doing. This is kind of like a stock thing. You're investing money to earn a little money, and it becomes GameStop money. So if you don't go to GameStop very often at all, and this ain't gonna make you go a little extra, this system probably won't work for you there. But hopefully it gives you some ideas in that. But I would definitely just make sure you keep track of stuff. They change daily set times, like Kung Fu Panda has weird times. There was one day the Xbox One version shot up to 1760. And it's currently, I believe, $5.99 out of kiosks for Redbox. So that one was a pretty nice profit. But only one day, and it was only the Xbox One version. And that's another thing. Make sure you're checking the versions, because different ones, like, let's take Batman Arkham Knight. The PS4 version is currently $3.30 trade-in, while the Xbox One version is $7.70. They vary a lot, and Black Ops is another one where the PS4 version's $2.20, $2.20, and the Xbox One version's $8.80. So there can be completely different values just based on the system. So keep track of that. And anything with a year number. I accidentally made this mistake, actually. Because my local pawn shop had the Just Dance. But I forgot to keep track of the year on the game. See, Just Dance 16 is $11 trade-in. I saw in my pawn shop they had Just Dance for $8. But it was Just Dance 15. So, also be careful for the year numbers. Keep track of those year numbers and any specific little things that may differentiate from other things in the version. Because the prices vary for each system and that. They don't always be the same. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. They change daily. And just keep track of that. Obviously, if you have a smartphone that, you can do it right at the kiosk. My phone is... It is a smartphone, but it's been having some problems, and it's definitely not in the high end of smartness. I've been having internet access issues with it for about a year, so I've really been needing to get a new phone, but I don't usually use it for too much either, aside from the internet, so I just kind of been like, I don't know. Because I don't pay a whole bunch for it anyway, that's, But if you have a smartphone on you, you can just do it right at the machine. Or if you don't want to trust the website, you can just call your local Gamestop and ask about it. Obviously, they'll be very glad to tell you how much you can get for it and all that jazz. The only other thing I would like to throw out there is stuff related to, like what I said with Prime Day, where there's like a percentage increase in that, or deals like that. Make sure the employee fucking does it. I've had 5 incidents where the employee didn't do it, and I had to actually bring it up. And it did happen with my recent 2 transactions on Prime Day. Now, they were both new employees I've never seen before, which is probably going to be for Black Friday and the holidays, because that's what GameStop normally does, so that's probably what it is. But apparently for Prime Day, they had to scan something. Not just that wasn't just automatically done by the computer. They had to scan an additional barcode to apply the 10% in any of the deals, because I actually bought the hardcover Dark Souls 3 guidebook. It was only $10, so I was just a little tempted to do that, so I got that, and she was trying to charge the $29.99 max original price for it when it was supposed to be $9.99. So I had to get the senior employee there to actually fix that. So make sure they do that, because some employees either forget or they're new, and I'm not trying to be mean to them, but it's advertised, you should get it. So, if you be honest about them, because like I said, you're not doing anything illegal. You can ask for the cases if you want them, if you need cases. If you do like a lot of mailing or such, these are decent enough cases to mail loose stuff if you don't have original cases or anything for. I don't personally know what I'm doing with mine, but I've just been keeping this few extra. Never know if I might use them for mailing, anything of that. But overall, that's pretty much all I have on this. If you have any questions related to this, or you have any additional ideas I may have not personally thought about with this whole thing, feel free, share down below. But it's been working out pretty good for me. I mean, I I've been making money off of every single Redbox game I got, anywhere between $1 to $6 of that, pretty much. But averagely, it's been about $1 or $2. So not huge profit, but you throw in the taxes you save too. You know, that's probably another $1 or maybe $2, depending on what you're buying with all of it. And you know, also, if you really maximize this, I mean, essentially you could buy consoles with this method too, if you were to save up and just not have to worry about the taxes. Because back when I did my Wii U with, I believe that was Toys R Us Black Friday, I did. I learned very nicely that that was horrible. The amount of taxes they throw on consoles is just garbage. Anything you pay several hundred for, you get a lot of tax on there. And any way to get around that taxes saves you some pocket money. So this is another method on top of that, because in my Amazon Prime video, you know, I stated my state, Missouri, does not get taxed online. So any console I buy now, no taxes at all, so that's extra savings for me. So this is a different system where you can also loophole out of taxes. As long as you have enough credit, no tax. So anyway, again, if you have any comments or anything, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you until next time. May the Redbox rain down. Yeah, that was lame. Justice from above! That was a little bit. Till next time.